Have you ever been in a situation where you need to charter your company or business for growth? I'm going to share with you some insights on how I worked with a CEO and a business. These are an abbreviated version of incidents, but it will help you to reflect upon your course of action because it's unique to your situation. But in summary, there are three phases. One, preparing for transformation. Number two, smart expansion and acquisitions. And three, exercising your entrepreneurial and execution muscles. So let's talk about the first one here. The first step in any corporate transformation is to present a clear vision. In several of the work I have done with the executive team, I've advised the CEO and management team to explain the new strategy to every stakeholder. And obviously, this is after a number of discussions, and that could be from 1 day to 2 days of interactive discussions with the executive team. And one way is to articulate to the broader teams that you're going to improve performance in the existing product brands or business line and bring your local, regional, or international operations to position the business for a more sustainable future. Now, once your core is thriving, pursue smart, diversifying acquisitions, if that is part of your holistic plan and strategy. Now, to accomplish this, you would need to embrace a new way of working. Of course, you would retain all of your company's most important values and enhance where needed. Navigating resistance. We know who those people are. Those naysayers, both inside and outside the company, will voice out previous failures or what could go wrong over and over again, and they're blockers. But take courage. You are in the company. You're an executive, which means you have some insight into how you might get everyone on board. And this is a matter of discussion and strategizing as well. Your organization is also full of people who understand that you have to embrace disruptive thinking and accelerate your pace or risk being left behind. So those leaders that you have identified already embody the new, more entrepreneurial culture that you might be trying to foster. You may have seen them champion breakthrough ideas and enact change over the years or over the time that you've been in the company, or get frustrated when bosses or bureaucracy quashed their innovative ambitions. So tap them as key influencers, and where necessary, pair them with outstanding executors who could take you, the CEO or the executive team, from plans to reality to scale. And then evolve your strategy. So in your local or regional or international business, evaluate if you can shift your focus to the bottom line. You have an opportunity to devise a new strategy that focuses on your geographic and business portfolio. How can you improve margins and operational efficiency as a key to fueling growth? Can you take a holistic approach to strategic revenue growth management and continuous improvement and reduced supply chain or inventory complexity? Can you take bold steps, including doubling down on your investment in the certain products or certain product brands or even business lines in certain markets? Think about it. The second phase is smart expansion and acquisitions. So what is your plan to expand further? And what is it you do not want to diversify out of? Ultimately, you want to build a portfolio in a way that would capitalize on your strengths and offer customers what you're serving at best. Now, think about the types of businesses or interests, say, for example, that had at least, $5 million in revenue per year. Then with that type of information, what kind of companies could help eventually fit seamlessly into your operating model and become iconic brands with high and expanding margins that would enable reinvestment and growth. So then let's talk about your expansion and acquisition playbook. Now, over time, you will craft a strong and repeatable process for M&A that will continue to serve you well as you look for new products or businesses to delight your customers. Now, beyond initial market and brand research, you will need to have a robust due diligence process that allows you to get to know a company while its leaders get to know you as a business. So assemble your team, where a cross-functional commercial team joins your business development group as you start evaluations and enter into a relationship building and negotiation process. And if you do make a purchase or an acquisition, many of those managers stick with those businesses and brands through the integration. So take count of that. And your pitch to potential target businesses should be very simple. For example, that you are a purpose-driven company with a people-first culture and years of expertise in building powerful business brands, selling them locally or across a region, e.g. Europe or Asia or North America and abroad, and delivering strong financial performance. Explain your vision, the power of your core business, your criteria for what can be a game-changing acquisition, and how their business will fit into your portfolio. Then lay out the numbers, what you think the target is worth now, and what you think it can become as part of your company. Now imagine the power in that. What about your integration approach? Articulate how you will bring in back office functions or middle office functions or outsource them, and how very thoughtful you are about product development, sales, marketing teams, and so forth. Message that rather than laying off people immediately. And then you typically add to the acquired company's employee base to help it grow. Do ask and plan for what talent you need to take the business forward, and that you staff appropriately. Explore in the cultural aspects, because this is such an important thing. The commonalities and also those that you can adopt with those companies already in place. Passion for what you do, energy, desire for growth, and a strong sense of togetherness. The third phase is exercising your entrepreneurial and execution muscles. Your newfound adaptability, courage, and willingness to make bold changes will have been tested not for just implementing your new strategy, but also responding to challenges created by exponential age, economic shocks, and recent world events such as the pandemic. When you have discussed and journaled and executed this, you will be on a transformation journey from your existing state to a leading powerhouse. So in summarizing, here is a challenge to you. Have you thought about how different your strategic and leadership plans could be?